The term Storyville may sound like the children's section of a library, but it was in fact a place associated with utter debauchery in the late 19th century, early 20th century New Orleans. It began in 1897, a time when the city was alive with music, art, and culture, and of course, controversy. And it changed the landscape of the city and America culture itself. Storyville wasn't just any neighborhood, it was New Orleans' official red light district. Named after Alderman Sidney Story, the district was created to help regulate prostitution, to draw it away from the more respectable parts of the city. Located in the heart of New Orleans, Storyville spanned 38 blocks, and its brothels, bars, and clubs became notorious for their lavishness and extravagance. The district was home to high-end brothels where wealthy men could indulge in their fantasies behind closed doors. But it was also a cultural hub with music and social life thriving in the streets. It is here that jazz was born. Legends like Jelly Roll Martin and Louis Armstrong actually got their start playing in brothels and bars in Storyville. This combination of sex, music, and culture helped create a unique combination that fused the city's identity. One of the most famous figures in Storyville history was Lulu White, the madam who ran Mahogany Hall, one of the most famous brothels in the district. Known as the Diamond Queen of the Demi-Monde, she navigated race and sexuality with unmatched savvy, turning her business into a high-end empire that catered to wealthy white men. Something else interesting about Lulu is none of her photos seem to look like the same person. So that's something we'll get into in another video. By 1917, pressure from the US Navy, reformers, and politicians resulted in the shutdown of the district. They argued that it was a hotbed for crime and vice, but the real reason was more likely about control, particularly over the sexual and racial freedoms that Storyville represented. The end of Storyville marked the end of an era. However, its legacy still endured, primarily through the spread of jazz, which obviously continues to this day, and the stories of many of the men and women who worked there, often in the shadows. If you'd like to hear a song sung by Lulu White, she is a character in this musical I'm writing called House of Fallen Women, which explores women throughout history whose story has been kept in the shadows as well. In this song, Lulu talks to the wife of one of her clients, her wealthy clients, and gives her a little piece of her mind when the wife comes to judge her for her profession. That is a little brief history of Storyville. If you have more details to add that I'm sure I did not get to in this video, feel free to leave a comment.